mental health, 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 mental health.
We have got some partners who have supported us very much, and they have made this event very successful. I'm going to call upon Dr. Warila to introduce them to us and to thank them.
Yeah, thank you so much, Angela. And as I had started saying, our first partner is Serena Education Center. I'll want to give him a chance to say something. Yeah, karibu.
Hamjambo nyote. Hamjambo tena. Kwa majina naitwa Jenga Peter Maina. Nimekuja kuwakilisha shule ya Serene Education Center. Nataka kutambua na kuchukua fursa hii kushukuru kwa mwaliko huu. Si jambo tu la kawaida kupata mwaliko.
St. Paul's University, the medical fraternity, the brain behind this whole occasion, na wale walioalikwa kama sisi na wasalimu nyote hamjambo. This is a great occasion to be meeting just to remind us about mental health. Mental health is so critical in today's world. For a long time, people just used to think about mental cases at Mathare Mental Hospital. So we only used to think about that mad man or that mad lady, that person who is dirty, that person who has picked some stuff and is stuffed in a big sack and is running around the market. But we realize that even in our situation, in our offices, in our cleanliness, we suffer mental health situations. So maybe I have gone ahead of myself. I'm Wycliffe, I'm representing DTB, Diamond Trust Bank. We were invited to come and participate in this event, and we feel honored, and we don't take it for granted because it is a great occasion.
St. Paul's University, we respect our customers. We respect, that is the other core value, customer centrism. So anytime you come to St. Paul's University, you'll be listened to. You will be supported. And we have open door policy. Knock any office and you will be listened to. Your issues will be addressed to very, very effectively. And this is one way of dealing with mental challenges. We want our students to feel comfortable, to come out of this place empowered, being assertive, being the people that God made them to be, and this is the place to be. Because you are taken care of. We have the Office of the Dean of Students down with us so that we can listen. Our ears are very big. We all like counselors, very big ears supporting our students. And we have the desk that is supposed to address this idea of marketing. They will be here. You will be given all the information that you need to know about St. Paul's University. We do take students 3 times in a year. We have 3 intakes. We have January intake, we have May intake, and September intake. For more information, please check at our desk before you leave. And as I've told you, this is a university of choice. It's actually the only university of choice. Do we have another university that talks about the university of choice?
No.
No. Yeah. This is the only university of choice that we have in Kenya, actually in Africa, south of Sahara, and north of the Limpopo River. So welcome and God bless you.
I want to give a brief picture of what I know and what I think about mental health. Simply put, mental health is about our day-to-day activities, the decisions that we make now and then. It is about us, the quality of life that we live. It is about who we are. It is about how we relate to ourselves about how we relate to others. And that enhances our quality of life. And that is what we need to be able to focus on. But I'm very disappointed. When we talk about mental health, we are talking about the whole person. Because the mind is what controls the whole person in totality. But unfortunately, in many of our countries, Kenya included, we focus so much on physical health rather than mental health. If you look, we don't have even a budget for mental health, but we have a whole ministry for physical health. You can see where we have gone wrong. Even, for example, counselors play a major role in mental health, but our act that has stayed in Parliament for more than 5 years was recently passed. It has not been enacted fully by having a board that is going to be able to really monitor the work and address the issues of councillors. So that is a major problem that we need to advocate on. The other very serious issue, as I was going through, worldwide, for example, on one aspect, about 800 people commit suicide. 800 people commit suicide yearly. In Kenya, we have about 1,500 people who commit suicide. Suicide is part of the mental health issues that affect us as individuals. So what do we do? Our work is set out. Our work is clear. But we don't have the structures that can enable us to be able to work in an environment that is supportive, an environment that can allow us to be able to be the best that we can be and be able to touch each individual that requires our services. One of the key things that I want us to advocate for, look at National Hospital Insurance Fund. How many people will it serve if it allows for people with mental health issues to come and see counselors? But they don't do that. They don't actually have an area where they can be able to cover people with mental health. They believe that it is okay, people watu ndio wanajiletea matatizo ya kiakili. Ni kama wewe umejitakia hayo mambo ya matatizo ya akili. Nafikiri hiyo ndio dhana nataka tutoe katika akili zetu, ili kila mmoja wetu apate nafasi ya kujumuika na kuelewa, ili kwamba tupate nafasi ya kuendeleza maisha ya wananchi wetu.
In one time in the life, I may suffer mental illness. Si ya kwenda Mathare, but I may be out of myself, a little bit disposed, where you find like you're not really reasoning well, not because you are God's cycle, but we are talking about you are mentally disturbed. Are we together? And you realize, and I think from the medics this was out, that out of the 20 to 25% of the outpatients, some of them who are going to look for primary health care, they present those mental health problems. 1 out of 7 young people aged between 4 to 17 experience a mental health condition in any given year. And 13.9, that's about 14 of children and young people aged between 4 to 17 met the criteria of diagnosis of a mental disorder in the last 12 months. Now what we are saying is this: 4 years to 17 years, and you realize it is going to 14 or even going beyond. And when we talk about mental disorder is where I'm talking about a child who 15 years who can kill with no remorse. That is, according to psychology, we are calling it It is antisocial personality disorder or psychopathology. And that can be seen even from children of 4 years who can even plan and execute an evil act against another child without any remorse or guilt. And then you're wondering what has happened, because this is what actually is affecting
Now, the other thing is that they found out that depression is the most common illness worldwide. And Kenya was ranked 4th in Africa with 1.9 million people who have the condition by World Health Organization report 2014. Now, I believe maybe it has risen beyond that. That was 2014. Imagine with the corona and the economic crisis and what has continued, I don't know where we are at. That Kenya was ranked 4th in Africa with 1.9 million people have a condition of mental illness. Maybe that's why we are sometimes we're wondering. It's true, Ward 8 cannot be enough for all of us, neither Mathare. But I believe that the cases that end up either in Ward 8 or Mathare, if they can be stemmed before they reach those proportions, before a lady who is so well dressed, excuse me sir, can you give me 100 shillings? And before she goes to sleep in the streets and all with all the dangers, not aware of it, that could have been stemmed. And I think as councillors, that's a wake-up call.